Sorry, my phone rang. That was just really, really weird. So it's 8 o'clock, and I promised earlier that we were going to do basket parties. And so here I am in my office. We're being real here, so it's a disaster. My office is pretty much always a disaster. But what I wanted to do tonight was kind of get everybody into basket party mode and start thinking about what's in a basket party. What could I put in a basket party, and what are the different reasons? Voicemail. Hey, Natasha. What are the different reasons that we could use a basket party for? And is it just for selling, or is it for recruiting, or is it for, hey, Raluca, hey, Desiree, Skinner, where have you been, woman? I've been missing you. So there's a whole bunch of different reasons why we can use basket parties, and tonight I'm getting my fall basket party ready, and like keeping it real here, folks, because like mess, right? I just thought of something else that's not in my basket party. And different reasons and different things that we could use. So what I was hoping we would do tonight was actually pack my basket party, because it's like totally empty. See, there's my new basket. I just got it. I actually got it when I was down in the States. Holly Lobby had a 40% off coupon, just like Michael's. So I thought, you know what better way to talk about basket parties than to, sorry, you can't see me. Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. Okay. So what better way to talk about basket parties than to actually pack a basket party together? So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to, hello everybody, sorry, the names are coming up really fast. Ashley! Okay, so, like literally doing this on the spot. So, when you're thinking about basket parties, there's a whole bunch of things that you need to be thinking about. One of them is, first of all, where is this basket going? Secondly, do I want this basket to be just about sales, or do I want to think about flipping my hostess? What I mean by that is, am I trying to grow a team? So if you're one of those people that's trying to grow a team, then this is an opportunity to look for your hostess. If you're not looking to grow a team, and a lot of you aren't looking to grow a team, a lot of you just are kind of making a little bit of extra on the side, right? But this is a great way to do it on the side. So if you're just looking to make a little bit extra on the side, then we'll focus just on sales. But if you're looking to make a new teammate out of the person who's taking your basket party, then what's super, super important is that it's duplicatable. And when I say duplicatable, it means they can copy what you're doing really, really easy. So that's the difference in between the person that you're getting your basket party for just to sell and giving your basket party to someone that you are thinking about turning into a team member. For me, everybody's going to be a team member. Like, I want everyone to join my team. It just makes me happy. I want to share the love. I want everybody to be part of Northern Worth because I think you're all awesome. But that might not be for everybody. So, the first thing I'm going to do is show you what a basket party container could look like if you're not looking for a teammate. Because if you're not looking for a new teammate, ultimately they just need to see the stuff, right? It doesn't have to be all pretty frou-frou. It just has to be there. So one of the things that you can do, hang on one second, I'm going to do this. This is like, oops, like real, keeping it real. Oh, I'm back. Okay, so this little baby here, dollar store find. It's the cutest thing, especially for if you're going to give out laundry for people to try. It looks like a little laundry bucket. It's perfect. And it's cute, and you can tie a little bow on it, put little face cloths in it. You can do all kinds of stuff to make that look amazing, and I'm going to show you that in a second. Another thing you can use, what's this look like? It looks like a purse, right? It's actually a lunch bag. It's a lunch bag from Walmart. It's insulated inside. It's probably not so great clean, but it's insulated, and what I like about it is that it's got a bunch of different pouches. So I can have testers on one side, goodies on the other. I've got a space in here for me to put my catalogs in the front. So this is perfect for where? For someone to take to work, right? So it's highly concealable, but people can still see it, so it's not so in your face, right? Perfect to take to the lunchroom. This little baby here I loved in the spring. I found this at Michael's. It's actually for putting plants in. And I found these little doodads at Michael's too, half price. And I just thought it was the most amazing little container. I think actually a couple of people on the team have actually gone out and gotten them. This was a little bit more expensive. It was about $35, but it was really to help me gear towards a different demographic, right? These are people that I'm pretty sure are not going to join my team. Pretty sure they're just going to sell. And it really needed to have that wow factor look about it. But it still needed to have enough room. So you'll notice these all have about the same amount of room inside. So the first thing I'm going to do is kind of give you an idea of what should go in a basket party. And I don't mean the products. Because the first thing that you need to think about when you're doing a basket party is what kind of information is important for my hostess to have so that she can be successful. We need her to be successful. It's in her best interest. It's in my best interest. In everybody's best interest. Hey, Kirsten. I just talked to Carrie. So, we're going to talk about that first real quick, and then I'm going to show you what a couple of these baskets could look like. So, in the files section of the group, if you're not familiar with the files section of the group yet, Trish, I'm going to come up there and give you a hug. You guys are too far away from me, all of you. I need to start going to like Ajax, Scarborough, Barrie. I need to start like traveling, Pickering. Maybe I need to hop on a plane and go somewhere. Okay, I'm going to keep going. So, in the file section of the group, if you don't know what the file section is, go to the top of the group where you would go into the photos, and right next to photos you can click files. Click on files and scroll, because there's so much stuff in there you won't even believe it. I could go to Innisfil, so easy. Okay, in the file section of the group is basket party cheat sheet. I can post a picture of this later, but again, it's in the files. And what does it say? It says there is 10% shipping on all orders. Tax is 13%. Of course, this is in Canadian dollars now, folks, and we're looking at Ontario taxes. So if you're in Delaware, then you don't have any tax. If you are in a different country, then your shipping rates are going to be different, right? There's no shipping in the U.S. for our U.S. consultants. So just kind of keep that in mind right now. Oh, I'd love to go to Nova Scotia again. So shipping is 10% on all orders, tax is 13%. Please fill in all customer information, phone number and email are essential. Credit card information needs to be complete. Be sure to get the security code and the postal code where the card is billed. For orders, you simply need to write the name of the warmer and the name of the scent. No product codes or anything else is needed. The best deals are on page 32 and 33, which is combine and saves. Forms of payment accepted are Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Visa Debit, email, money transfer. Call me if you have any questions. Here's my phone number. And then in the brackets, I know I'm reading it really fast because it's in the file section. Total before tax plus 10% shipping is in brackets multiplied by 13% tax equals your total. So basically we're telling them how to do it. I'm putting that there for the people that are paranoid. I find that there are some people that get crazy about the numbers being right to the penny, and like we want to be as close as we can, and we always want to be accurate, right? So I put this here for those people. So this is in, let's see, hang on. I will slow down in a minute. I just have a lot to say. I always have a lot to say. So see this folder? It's just like a clear dollar store. It's got this little thing here. See? Dollar store's our friend. But again, this is duplicatable so far, right? Am I doing anything? Have I said anything that's not duplicatable yet? No, pretty easy. You could even hit the dollar store or the thrift store to get your basket. Next, in the files section of the group is what's called a wish list. Thank you, Melissa Moss, for doing the artwork on this a couple of years ago for us, and it still just does amazing things. So the wish list is not the list of things where you tick off what you like and what you love. That's not what this is. This wish list goes on the very front in the cover, and it says, make a list of all the items you would like to earn for free or half price. My average party is $600 in sales before tax. That would mean you would earn $90 in free product plus 3 half-price rewards based on an average party. So now what have I just done? I've told her basically you're going to get $100 free and 3 half-price items if you sell this amount of money. Right? Am I telling her to go into the book and look at the rewards chart? I'm not. It scares people. I'm telling her, go get $600 in sales before taxes. I'll give you $100 free and $300 in half-price items, or 3 half-price items. So then it actually prompts her to write down what free products she wants, what half-price items she wants, what her half-price items, bonus half-price items, and then on the bottom, this is key. For every booking generated from your party in the next 2 weeks, you will earn an additional half-price item. This includes basket parties. So if somebody you know books a party after your party closes and they keep their party, you can get to shop from their party and get something for half price. It doesn't get any better than that, right? Like, you're spelling it out before she even does anything. That's the very first thing she sees. So now, everything after, she's got it in her head, okay, I need to sell $600, right? Okay. Next. Join brochure. If you're not looking for team members, omit. What else we got in here? Goodies, goodies, goodies. So, have my story. I used to have my story on like a threefold brochure, but they were expensive, and I found that doing the rack cards was a lot cheaper. That I stole from Reluca, the whole rack card idea, because we did them for Northern Warmth. We had this thing for, so we had this as a rack card, and this is a join thing, like a join thing about our team. It talks about our team. So Reluca took this and said, no, I'm going to make my story out of this. So then I stole that from her. So we're kind of stealing from each other all the time, and it's all good. More minds, better outcome. Okay, we have oils brochure, just in case. You never know, someone might want a diffuser. Do you actually? Oh, wait, somebody is Rebecca Dwyer. This is, okay, yeah, okay. So, top 10 reasons to join now has, so what I did when I got rid of this was I condensed this and put it on the back of the top 10 reasons to join. So now I'm getting a double-sided postcard when I print it. You don't have to do it. Again, this is just what works for me. I do a 1 print and it gets me through the whole year. So top 10 reasons to join. This one's done on, I printed them at Walmart because I ran out and I didn't have time to get them printed. So love Walmart. Best thing ever. Again, all of this is in the file section of the group. Why choose Scentsy? There's another join brochure, because you can't have too many join brochures. Scentsy fundraising information. So this is just kind of tucked in the back, very nonchalantly in there. Know anybody? Do you know anybody? Not are you interested? Do you know anybody? Because it's a totally different question, right? Do you know anybody interested in doing a fundraiser? Have you thought about Scentsy? Check out the benefits of choosing to do a fundraiser with me as your consultant. Your organization will receive 20% of all sales from this fundraiser. See below. $5,000 in sales equals $1,000 in product. $10,000 in sales equals $2,000 in product. One purchase. I purchase all of your fundraising materials, so this is 100% profit for you. This is... Where is it? It's in the file section. Okay. I have a showcase brochure. Again, I haven't packed my basket parties for the fall yet, so guess what? Out with the old and in with the new. Now, there's a few different ways to look at this. You can have all of your customers tear off sheets and circle everything that they want. and send it back to you, do up their total, get your information. It could become slightly messy. Or you could send showcase brochures with an order form. Now, your order form, you'll notice this is taking a little bit of time to put together. But once it's put together, you'll find that this whole system goes very, very fast. You just need to know what exactly you're putting in this basket. Once it's done, you're like rock and roll. You can have like 5 baskets going all at once, right? This is the most important thing you will ever have in a basket party, and that's your order form. Now, you'll notice, I don't know if you can see there, order form, all the fields that are highlighted in yellow are, you know what, and then I just flip, see if I can, hang on, okay. So I've got all of their contact information highlighted in yellow and the date. Down here, I have the fields that I need them to complete. Notice I have not completed this. Why? Why haven't I completed that? Just running this video now, you can go back and watch this from the beginning. So as soon as the video finishes, it will post to the group and you can go back and watch it again. So don't feel like you missed anything, you can still see it. I want my guests, I want them to have questions about how much it is. I want them to message me and say, okay, I have this warmer, 2 bars of wax. I want them to message me so A, I can upsell them, B, I can make sure I have every single bit of their information, including their email addresses. Remember the email addresses, guys, how important the email addresses are. We want to make sure that we get all that information, and the surest way to get all that information is to get them on the phone or get them in a private message, right? You get them in a private message, what can you do? You can get them, you can upsell them. Oh my God, you love Sunkist Citrus that much? You would love the laundry liquid. Let me send you a sample. The laundry liquid, how much is that? Oh, it's only like $11, $14. Like, it's no big deal. Really? Well, you know what? Why don't you just book a party? Do the same thing that Sarah's doing right now, and I'll just give it to you for free. Like, you can get it for free and half price. Like, we could do this so simple. And she'll be like, oh, but I just bought all this stuff. And I'll say, you know what? Don't worry about it. Let's put this through on this person's party, and when it's your turn, I'll take good care of you. You go out, get the sales, I'll hook you up. How hard was that? Did I do anything fancy? All I did was tell them that they're going to get the host rewards that are already in the book. I didn't promise them nothing. Right? Okay. This is why we want this information on here. We don't want people to go in and fill it out themselves. We want them to contact us so we can talk to them. Have that interaction with them that you don't get the chance to do when you're having a basket party. If you don't want to talk to people, then guess what? Highlight the totals, highlight the fields, stick it to your catalog, and throw them in the basket, and away you go. Like, this does not have to be complicated. It does not have to be super, it can be super, super easy. And again, it really depends on how you're building your business. So if you're building your business to grow a team, now you know you need to focus a little bit differently, right? If you are, and also even like not just the way your basket presents, but also in the way that you're doing your order forms. Just in the way you do your order forms changes whether or not you're looking for a new team member or you're just looking for sales, right? Huge difference. Okay, so I'm going to put one order form for every single catalog that I put in. I like to put 5 catalogs. I know they're expensive, but typically most of them come back. I usually lose a couple. I'll also put in showcase brochures. Again, you can use the tear-off sheets. It really depends on how small, how big of a basket you're doing. So really you need to sit down and think about, okay, who's this party going to and what do I want to get out of it? Once you have that figured out, then you can go from there. Also, in my basket party, I always put extra order forms too, just in case people like to scribble them, rip them up, and then scribble on them again. So I always put a couple extra. Harvest brochure. Of course, the Christmas brochure is going out too, right? Old, out with old, in with new. I need to put the warmer of the month and the scent of the month flyer in there, because that's something that's not in the catalog. So if they've already seen the catalog with another consultant and now they see this and they want to support their friend in the basket party, you've just given them another reason because they haven't seen this yet, right? Okay, moving along. Testers, business cards, staple in your basket party. But now what else can we put in our basket party? Besides all of that paperwork that's now nicely packed inside of this little folder here, right? Nice and pretty. We've got our cheat sheet on the front and our wish list on the front and our story and our join brochures, and everything's packed in. They're all pretty. It's going to go in there all nice. And clip it in there. So you guys get to pack the basket party with me tonight. This is pretty cool. I never did this with anyone before. So I'm going to flip you around again. Okay, so this is my new basket party, and I try to make them look pretty. I like them to look frou-frou, and again, depends on who's going to take it, where it's going, if it's going into an office or if it's going into, you know, someone's house. Like a lot of people actually take them into their house. So I have a couple of different options. I got a little sachet. You can get them at the dollar store. I put my testers in there. I can put those in, or sometimes I get a little bit artsy fartsy and I like to put them in a mason jar because I think it kind of looks pretty. Again, for space wise, it really depends on what you're doing. Like this would be better in the lunch bag going to the office, right? Whereas this is nicer in this container. So again, really, what are you looking for? Where is it going, and what is it you're trying to get out of it? So normally I would have a Tilia warmer or a Tilia plug-in in one of my parties. I don't happen to have one right now because Ted sold everything when we did a show last weekend. So now I have nothing but the one measly little plug-in until I open said boxes that I haven't gotten to yet. So, plug-in warmer goes in. What else is going to go in here? Who wants to tell me? It's not a 31 bag. That came from the States, from a store called Hobby Lobby. But Michael's has bags like this, and I'm pretty sure 31 has bags like this too. I don't know if Stephanie Miller is on right now. She could probably tell us. I know she's on Northern Warmth, and she also does 31. I think she does more with Scentsy than she does with 31, though. Just saying. Okay, so now I want to make this pretty. I've got all my stuff kind of hanging around here. I'm going to put coffee beans in there because the last thing I want is somebody getting a smell of something that they don't really like. I have hand cream because what is the first thing you do when you pick up this and you see hand cream? You want to try it. So I'm going to put a little sticker on there that says try me. I'll stick that in there. It's got a little pouch. I have an oil sample. So even though I'm not sending a diffuser, I'm going to send an oil sample, and this one's bergamot, but typically I send juicy pear because I want people to open it and go, wow, that's amazing, what is that? And then they realize that it's the oil. So what am I trying to do? I'm actually giving them an introduction to our oils, right? And then it gives you the list inside, and then it might not be what they want right this minute, but it might give them something to ask for Christmas. It might give them a reason to have a wish list to host a party. It might give them lots of different reasons, right? So it's just one little thing, and you can get them in the family store, and I just slip it in there. It's just more fun to pull out of the bag. I have a dryer disc cut in half because these bloody things are expensive, and this only goes out into a party where I know either this woman historically has done basket parties and they're like $1,000 every time, so then that's worth the investment. Or I know that this person is a big spender and she's worth introducing the laundry to because maybe she's a teacher, she's going to take it to school or something to that effect, right? Otherwise, this does not go in. Again, thinking about how much am I investing into the bag party and knowing where the bag party's going and what I want to get back. Also, Let's see. Okay, so let's start putting some samples in there. So I have, can you see that? That is a Counter Clean sample. Sometimes I'll throw in the actual bottle of Counter Clean, but this one's empty. This one's already been out. So what have I done? I took my Counter Clean, dumped it into a big Tupperware, and left like that much in the bottom, like just enough for them to use. So when it comes back, I'll just dump some more in there and keep refilling it. Because if I give them half a bottle, how much do you think they're going to use? Half a bottle. So I want them to try it, get hooked on it, but not enough that it's going to break the bank. We don't want to break the bank. Not into breaking the bank. So I have a wax sample in here. I've got another skin sample, whipped body souffle. I have a room spray sample. I don't always have all these samples around. It depends on the month. I make a whole bunch of them, and then I don't really give out a lot of samples unless someone's really interested in a specific item or a specific scent, or I'm trying to upsell them. So I have them laying around, especially Christmas time, but through the year I don't make all that many samples. Okay. I'm not spending money on stuff that's not going to pay off for me. For some people, samples pays off big time. For me, it doesn't always pay off. So I'm going to put my money and my efforts where I know it will pay off for my business. Okay. Scentsy Fresh, Clean Breeze. That's got to go in. You know why? Because nobody even knows it exists in the catalog. Don't ask me why. It gets overlooked all the time. I put it out at my last show right in the front where everybody could see it, and I sold every single one of them. Couldn't believe it. I didn't know Scentsy had that. You betcha. They do. Hand soap. Everybody likes to have nice hand soap at Christmas time. Maybe not through the year. It's a little bit on the pricier side depending on your demographic. But at Christmas time, people tend to splurge a little bit. So I like to give them something to splurge on. Kitchen soap, same thing. Again, it's a splurge. It's Christmas time. Have a party. I'll get you the whole set for free or for half price. No problem. Host a party with me. No problem. We'll take care of you. And that's it. I have some indigo samples that I made up a while ago. I'll probably throw those in. If I'm looking for some filler, I'll throw some cloths in, and people will be like, why are there cloths in the bag? Like, why? What's up with that? Well, because we have laundry. Didn't you know we have laundry? So you can see that this bag has just gotten really complicated. But this bag is going to go to a woman who's going to sell about $1,000 worth of stuff all on her own and come back and hand them over to me and tell me, no, I don't want to join. So this woman is getting the big meal deal. So now, let's back up. I haven't put my business card in there, so I've got to have lots of business cards in there. And I think that bag would be good to go for me. So now, let's change gears and think about the teacher who's going to take it into the lunchroom. She's going to sneak it in because you're not allowed to have scents in the school. So she's going to sneak it into the lunchroom when the administrator's not looking, and because I've got teachers that do that too. So that's this bag party over here. I don't know if you can even see that. Let's just hang on. One sec. I'm still on my old phone. I got a new phone. I get to use it tonight. Where am I going? Okay, we'll just move that over to the side. So this one's not so easy because it doesn't sit up nicely until after I start putting stuff in it. So I'm going to throw these testers in there because these testers, they'll just squish nicely in there, right? So I'm also going to put the same folder. So I'm going to have, by the time I'm done in the next couple of days, I'll have about 6 of these folders made up, and one will go in every basket. Doesn't matter which basket's going out, they all have the exact same thing. For me, I'm always looking for a new teammate, so I gear every single basket the same. If they join, great. If they don't want to join, I'm so sorry you missed out on the fall selling season. Like, really? Christmas? Crazy. Okay. So, what am I putting in here? Oh, you know what I forgot to tell you? I also put in a little card. I'm just like beating the place up. I also throw in a little card that says this is how it works. And it says put a cube of wax in here, And this is not in the file section though. I should probably post a picture. I have business cards made up. Hang on, let me get one. Of how it works. But I mean, you can print off a paper anywhere. Like if you just Google Scentsy how it works, I kid you not, like 500 diagrams come up. Like you could print off any one of them. I'll show you the one that I have. So it says how it works on one side. And then on the inside it says, when it stops smelling, you're ready for new wax. Drop in a couple of cotton balls in the wax when it's warm. Wait 2 minutes, wipe to clean, and add new cubes. So what am I doing? I'm training her now, right? What's on the other side? Referrals. And I'm telling them I'm on social media. That's on every single thing I have. So no matter what they're looking at belong to me, they're going to get the same message. No matter what platform you're on, you can get a hold of me one way or the other because I'm just like crazy. But Facebook is my preferred platform. Referrals are one of the most important parts of our business. If you love your product, take a picture of it, post it on social media, tag me in it, you'll get a little treat from me in the mail. So what am I doing? Anybody could pick this card up. Anybody that buys from that bag, and then what? Turns around and posts a picture, and now not only do I get to give them a little bit of a treat, they get something out of it, but what happens? I now have them on my Facebook page, right? Now they're following me on Facebook. So packing the other bag, we have, sorry guys, I know there's like tons and tons. I'm going to ask about questions in a minute, so we can kind of go through. Okay, so catalogs. I'm always going to stick a catalog on the front here so people can see it because it is fairly discreet, right? Like the bag's fairly discreet, but I still want them to be able to see the emblem because everybody knows what the emblem looks like. Every single one of my catalogs, these ones not yet because I just opened the package, but they all have my sticker, and all it does is, I bet everybody's like screenshotting this now, and it's okay, because I can post it later, but basically it just has our story in a nutshell and all of our contact information, including our phone number, because some people just like to text. So, we've got complicated, easy. So, easy bag is going to have easy counter clean, testers, it's going to have a warmer, it's going to have how it works tucked inside, it's going to have all of the same paperwork in there. Get in there. Sorry. So that's what it looks like so far. Then it's going to have all of the necessities, right? So I'm going to put the stuff that came in my kit. I'm not spending money here, folks. If you just joined, use what's in your kit. If you didn't just join, get yourself some hand cream because it's totally worth every single penny. I've got my whip body souffle I'm throwing in there. I've got some wax I'm throwing in there. Got my oils I'm throwing in there. What else is in here? Lost. And all I'm really doing is now taking this and downgrading it to this. So I took it from here and moved it to there. Ready to go. Okay? So you're starting to get the idea, right? Like this can be as much or as little. You can see how I can do with I could do it with that one, right? Or how I could even make it simple with this and put only laundry stuff in there, right? Like I could put washer whiffs in here if I had them. I don't have them because it's a lot better. And the whiffs, I find people are intimidated by the price of them, so I don't stock them. But you might have a different opinion, or a different, not opinion, but a different experience. You may have people that buy like loads of it. Or you might have people that have buddies. You could throw a buddy clip on there. I have a little unicorn that sometimes goes around on the edge of my my bag, but again, I wouldn't send that to school. I would send that one to the big one. I wouldn't, because the school is sent free and she'll get in trouble, and I don't want to give her anything that's going to get her in trouble. If I have a buddy, just a plain buddy without a scent pack inside, I could throw that in there. I could throw a scent pack sample in there. I could throw a scent pack. I could throw Scent Circle. If you have any of the new stuff from the Christmas catalog, grab some of that, put it in there. Like, put as much as you can, because people are hands-on. Like, they're tangible. They want to touch it, feel it, smell it. They want to see it in front of them. And you'd be amazed at how people will buy 3 times more after they've touched it. So they'll go and they'll look in the catalog and they'll say, oh no, I can't really afford it. But when they have it in front of them, that's it. It's all over, right? Okay, I'm going to scroll to the bottom and I'm going to ask you to post any questions that you have. Do you guys keep track of the stuff you put in the bag? Depends on where it's going. So, oh gosh, it's so bad, the light. So if I know the person, I don't really worry about it. If I don't know the person, absolutely, I make a list of all the stuff that goes inside, and I take a picture of their driver's license. And usually it keeps them pretty honest, because they're like, oh my God, she took a picture of my driver's license. I'm like, yeah, you know, things disappear. It's just standard. Like, don't worry about it. But where is it? It's in the back of their head. Like, I need to make sure everything's here or this chick is coming after me. Right? Like, you gotta do it. Okay, what else? Yeah, you know what, Kirsten? Lots of people do demos when they're doing parties. But this is for a basket party, right? So you have to make it so that they can do a demo. Give them what they want to do, depending on where it's going. If it's going to somewhere that they clean a lot, then put all the cleaning stuff in there. Give them cloths, give them sponges, give them everything. Give them an excuse to try it, right? That way they're getting the demo. Yes, there is. Yeah, don't be a basket bandit. Yeah, they used to sell them as tear-offs in the family store. I've never needed really a basket bandit form either, but again, I've always taken pictures of people's driver's license, so I think I kind of scare them. Okay, does anybody have any questions or ideas that maybe I haven't talked about? Because, you know, there's like so many ways to do this. Some people just send out like their transition testers. Really. Like just the stuff that is new for fall and winter. They don't even bother with the regular stuff. It just really depends on who your basket party's going to, right? Anybody? How do you get basket parties? Oh, you know what? It's the easiest thing. Heading to Michael's tomorrow. Trish down, I know you are. Okay. Yes, I always put a sample, the sample of the warmer. I'll get it out. The scent of the month, I always put a sample in, and if I can, if I've got the empty clamshell hanging around with just like 2 cubes, I'll throw the clamshell with only 1 or 2 cubes in there so that they can actually see that it's different and then they know what it is. Or you can just stick it in a little baggie and label it. Like, it doesn't have to be complicated. How do I get basket parties? Okay, I get basket parties in a lot of different ways. I have people that come to my house to pick up their orders, and they'll be like, oh my God, I'm so excited for this. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Like, I don't know why you just paid for all this. And they'll be like, what do you mean? I'm like, you just paid me a lot of money for this. And they're like, yeah, I know, but I really love it. I'm like, I know you really love it, but why don't you just get it free next time? What do you mean, free? So, what am I doing? I'm telling people that they can get free stuff. But the most important thing that I'm always telling people that they can get free stuff. Like, that's the hook, right? We know that. That's why we have our Hostess Rewards program. I'm always telling people. But when I'm sending my orders back, I'm always doing this. So this little baby is on the file section. Just this part here is. The rest I kind of did it myself. I can take a picture if anybody wants to see it later. And it says, thank you for your order. Your host earned this much in free product and this many half-price items. So on every single order that goes out of my house has this card, and it has gotten me more basket parties than I can shake a stick at. Because people look at it and they go, your host earned that much in free product, but there's nothing in there. What do you mean they earned it in free product and half price? What is this about? And then they start asking questions. And then they get their next bar of wax, and then there's another one. And then they get their next bar of wax, and then there's another one. And lo and behold, Robin takes a picture of her basket party and posts it on Facebook and says, guess what, guys? It's back. It's ready to go. Who's taking it Friday? Boom. Gone. Because I've been planting seeds this whole time. Right? On the back, it says, thank you for your support of our family business. It's truly appreciated. Please let us know when you are ready for more. Remember, every item in the catalog has 3 prices: regular, half price, and free. So I got bang here, and I really, most of the time, I just write their name and their address on here so Ted can deliver. I'm constantly planting those seeds all the time, intentionally planting those seeds. And something as simple as this, that I'm just going to put their name on, is doing all the work for me. I don't have time to chase people for parties. I don't have time to track people down and beg people for sales. I don't do it. I won't do it. I've never worked that way. It's never going to happen. So I found ways to improvise. So word of mouth, social media, doing vendor shows, that's how I get my business. Constantly planting seeds, planting. This time of year, you'll see me planting a lot more seeds than usual. I'll be saying like, oh my goodness, teacher's gifts, and then somebody messages me and goes, oh my god, I think I need some of those. Well, why don't you just try to get it for free? What do you mean? Well, who else is going to order? Oh, my sister might have an order, or my mom might want to order. I'm like, okay, take the basket, message me when you have your orders. Okay. But just so you know, if you get 240 before taxes, I'll start giving you free stuff. Really? Really? That's when this starts doing all the work for me. This folder that we made up earlier. All of these things, one plays into the other, plays into the other, plays into the other. It's a lot of psychology, really. Simple psychology, but it's still there. Okay. I think I, beat that with a horse. No, a lot of people don't want to have, nobody wants to do nobody wants to clean their house. We want to clean our house and sit down and enjoy it, not clean our house and invite people over to make a mess again. Who wants to do that? I don't know. Yeah, you know what? Oh, Ashley England says, hi, Ted. I think she saw you go by. Oh. Poor Ted has been downstairs changing the hot water tank today. And of course, there's gas fittings and this fitting and that fitting, and then you need this and then you need that, and the hot water tank doesn't sit properly, and blah, 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 blah.
Fun stuff.
Fun stuff. That's today. Send me a picture of that, please. I will post everything. Kelly, don't be overwhelmed. Take the stuff you got in your kit, put your name on everything, put it in a bag, and give it to somebody. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Stuff from kit into bag, label everything, give it to somebody. That's it. The rest will follow. We're talking about basket parties in its most intricate way of doing it right now. This is really geared towards building a business, making a lot of money, not just making, not just doing your baskets to get your own stuff for free and half price, right? The whole purpose of this is so that you're going to make a couple of $100. That's the idea of spending half an hour on this, is so that it's going to go out and do the work for you, so that you don't have to go to a party. You don't have to go do anything, right? That's the whole purpose. Okay, I think that's it. Nobody else has any questions? Yeah, you know what? Exactly. You do need to keep it simple. You just need to keep it simple. You don't need to drive yourself crazy. You don't need to drive anybody else crazy. If you make this simple, that they can come, grab the bag, take it to work, bring it back, and you don't bug them, hound them, drive them crazy, ask them for parties all the time, they will continuously come back to you. Come back, because you don't bother them. And you give them free stuff. Who doesn't want that? I've heard more complaints about people saying, this girl will not stop messaging me for a party, and I just want her to go away, but I don't want to be mean to her. I'm like, I'm sorry that happens to you. And she's like, that doesn't happen when I come here. I'm like, no, I don't have time. I'm sorry. I have kids. I have a life. Business. No time. Everyone is, yeah, and you know what? Absolutely, Kelly. If you're still watching, everyone's here to help you. And you'll find that you'll get a lot of help here. But really, we're just showing them everything that's in the kit. What you get in the kit, put it in the bag. It doesn't have to be complicated. And as you become more skilled at what you're doing and you want to make more money and you want to do more, then you can start putting more things in your binder or more things in your folder or more things in. Like, we're just making this, for the little bit of work that we've put in here tonight, I just made it idiot proof for someone to walk away with this and go sell $500 in product. Like I did. I really did. Make it so stupidly simple for them to walk away and go make money. And that's the idea, because I want them to join my team, because they're going to come back and they're going to go, oh my god, that was so easy. I'm going to go, yeah, and I just made $200, thank you. They're going to go, but I did all the work. I'm like, yeah, thanks. Let me know if you want to join my team anytime. I'm here. Otherwise, here you go, bag. That's it. That's my recruiting speech. So many people. Sarah Hudson, ask her how many basket parties she did for me. She knew. Sarah Hudson did like 7 or 8 basket parties for me before she finally said, I'm ready. And I'm going to join on that day, and that's the day I'm taking the basket. I'm like, alrighty then. She's like, give me the basket on Friday. Monday, I'm joining. I'll put all my orders through. Done. And now Sarah Hudson is... she's a director in a very, very good position to promote. So, you are very, very welcome. You know what? When people don't ask questions, we're, like, us on the leadership team, we're worried. Like, really. We're like, oh my god, I haven't heard from that person. I don't want to bug them. Are they okay? Okay, I should check in. I don't want to bug them. We want you to ask questions. If you're not asking me 100 questions in the first week that you join, I'm going to start to wonder, is this person worth my effort? Like, honestly, from a leadership standpoint, really, you need to be asking lots of questions. If you want to get ahead, you ask. If you're not getting the answers the way you think you need to be getting those answers, then you keep asking and you go to someone else and you go to someone else and you go to someone else. And if at one point you get so upset that you can't take it anymore, you're going to pick up the phone and say, Robin, help. And that's what we're here for. But it shouldn't have to get that far. Unless you're in my like immediate downline, in which case I kind of expect to hear from you like every day of the week, or every other day of the week, or at least once a week. Sometimes. Okay. Is everybody else okay? Any questions? Any comments? Concerns? Robin's crazy tonight. It's okay. I'm on overdrive. I haven't slept in like a week. Okay, that's it. We're gonna call it quits. I'll call my a borrow bag. You know what? I say borrow all the time because people are like, party? They get really stuck on that word party, right? Oh, low power mode. I was at 85%. There goes my crappy phone again. You know what? Leslie Power, you are 100% right. I do it all the time. I don't like to use the word party because there's a stigma attached to it, right? From like the Mary Kay days. Right? Like, people get freaked out. They're like, oh my god, I have to do a party, I got to vacuum, I got to clean my floors, oh, I just can't be bothered, it's too much work, I have to make snacks. No. No, nothing. And you know what? Even the people in our group that are the strongest people in doing parties will tell you, don't have food. Wanda Tennant, Gadsden, you ever get 5 minutes with her boy, pick her brain about doing a full-blown, like, house party. Holy wow. She'll be the first person to tell you, no food. Okay, let's see. Yeah, no, Cheryl, you know what? Christine, when I see that post right there, I don't feel so bad now I asked a lot of questions. That tells me, girl, you're going somewhere. I'm so thrilled to see that. Okay. Ashley England, you're a rock star. I love all you guys. We're going to call it quits tonight. have to go into the book club group and do a quick little talk in there, and then we will see you all again soon. Keep your eyes peeled on the group. There's going to be lots of stuff coming from different leaders giving you different ideas, because you know what I've shown you here tonight is just a couple of different ways that you can do a basket party. Some of our leadership team do them totally different. So keep your eyes peeled. You'll see different ideas, and then you figure out what works best for you, because ultimately it's your business. You're an entrepreneur. You do it your way, how you want it. And that's it. Okay? You have an amazing night. Bye, guys.